Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. In the last episode, you watched me bugger up a tram line. And actually, one tram is out running. There are some people waiting, so... What have we got? 3 there, 2 there. There was 7 here, but they're all on board the tram now. There's 3 here. 2 waiting here to go to the stadium, I assume. So it's not a massive flop. Today, we're going to build trolley line, because that is something that I'd already planned in my head and I know is going to work. So, let's get on with it. First thing I'm going to do though is delete this and that. You might be thinking, why has he done that? Well, this line is going to go this way on this road. And this line is going to go this way on this road. So now we've got the distinguished separation going on. But now we're going to focus on coming this way down the city. I just connected those up. Forget it. Do you know what? You can go both ways. There you go. There's a way of getting rid of this. How do you do it? Just do that, I suppose. Anyway, from here, it then curves this way and goes in front of the stadium. Now it's a very, very long stretch of just constantly following this road. It is this one, isn't it? Yeah. Constantly following this road all the way down here, through here, and etc. Try and do this as quick as I can, because I know it's not the most exciting thing to be sat around watching. Starting a curve, what would you call this? Westwards, in towards the main city, and now it's heavily built up. And this is where our line's going to make our money. And actually, this could make the tram line slightly popular as well. People getting the tram and the trolley to work. Actually, I have a bit of an idea. Whether this works or not, I don't know. So I have this go right here, left here, and then come down this street, and then go up and over this bridge, and then go down this street again, and then carry on. And we'll come back to the other side in a second. We'll keep this coming along like this. All these one-way streets, it makes it easier to turn the trolley round, really, because you just find one, like here, where it goes in the direction you want it to, and you just ask your trolley to follow it, and then you can come up here and up here. Now you can't go down that one, that's a bit of a pain, so maybe we'll have it loop one block like that, have it go over and over, and then down this one, back down this one-way street, and reconnect. And then it'll come all the way down here, back to this section, and then again it'll go there, and it'll do all that stuff, and then it'll come back and link up like that. And it's a bit of a wacky way of doing things, but you know, it's creative, it's inventive. And let's start building our stops. We'll start at this end of the city, so we'll have one here, and we'll have one here. So there's a bit of an overlap, but that's cool. I don't mind overlaps in heavily built up areas like this. We'll have one there, and then on this section we'll have one here, and we'll have one here. And then we'll have one here and here. This is going to be one of the key lines, and normally I don't do key lines as trolley buses, but I've made an exception for this, and I think it's going to work out. We'll have a couple of overlaps there as well. And then we'll have a bit of a break, because we'll have the next stops here. And here. This is where it's going to get a bit quiet. Not many people getting on at those stops, I don't think. And then it's going to come straight down here, stop there, and stop there, and then stop there and stop there. We'll miss out this section because there's no buildings, so we'll have another stop there and another stop there. And then we'll have a stop outside the baseball stadium. So we'll have one. Where should we put these? I sort of want one on there and one on this side. So I think the easiest way of doing it is to have one just before the lights there and one just before the lights there. So they're basically stopping for the lights anyway, so they might as well stop to let people on and off. Now we can build our stations, and they're going to be, not stations, shelters, because these are going to be our main stops. So one there and there, and one there and there. And then obviously they'll trundle off back to the depots. Right, let's buy some trolleys. We can go big, I think, for these to start with. Let's go for the sexy buses again, because I like those. We can afford 20 of them just. So let's buy 20 of them. Because this is quite a long line, so there'll be lots of buses, trolley buses needed. Let's give it a name first. We'll call it the Indigo line again. I'm very samey when it comes to my line names. We'll copy the timetable. So we're going to have lots of trams running. Like that. In fact, rush hour, I'm tempted to do one every half hour. What do you reckon? Also had a thought, there's only half-hour gaps between the end of rush hour and the start of weekday, but at least they're not running at the same time, so you don't have two leaving at the exact same time, because that's when it becomes a pain in the backside. Right, we want... Do we want that one? Yeah, let's go for that one. And then it'll run down here to the stadium. And then it goes up this way, and then it just follows the road. This is, I really hope this is our most successful line, because it is such an easy one to build, and it's pretty cheap as well, really, because it is just straight lines. The only bit that I could have saved money on was the deviation, but that's for my personal operational interest. It's not crucial. You know, the line doesn't depend on this little shape here. I just wanted to see trolleys going over the bridge, to be honest. Built for all the wrong reasons. Right, up here, and then... Was that the last one? Yep. So one there, and one there. And then it comes back. And again, it stops here and here. So there's plenty of chances for interchange there. And I think actually having a metro or a monorail interchange there would be a good idea as well. If you guys can hear that noise, ignore it. It's my phone ringing. There you go. Stop now. Someone else has answered it, obviously. Right. We'll just complete this route all the way down here. Down here. Skip that one out. Stops there. Stops outside the baseball stadium. And then stops there. It should skip inside and go back to the depot. There you go. And whilst we're here, let's build a bus line, because we're only 8 minutes into this episode, so we might as well get the buses going too. And then eventually I'll have to rename all these stops, but for now, I can't be bothered. Right. Bus shelter there, and there. And another lot. There. And there. Okay. Bus lines are a lot easier to build. And I think my first bus line, where shall I build it? Don't know. This area of the city I want to cover with bus. So I suppose covering this area would be a good place to start. So let's do that. First thing I'm going to do is this piece of pathway here I'm going to demolish, and I'm going to replace it with an actual road, and then run the tram line down this road. So like that, and like that. There we go. now I can build bus line. So it's going to come out of the depot, or out of the hub, sorry, down this road here, and then it's going to turn, and it's going to have its first stop there. And then it's going to hit this main road, I think, and go all the way up, because that is a very prime route to take. So the next stop would be, let's put it there, because again, I don't mind overlaps too much, because quite a distance between those two. Then actually, for traffic reasons, I'm going to have it go on, I can't have it go on that one because it's a one-way street, but I can have it go here. So, should I put one there? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, because I can run through there. So we'll have one there. Excuse me. And then we'll have one there. And then we'll have one here. And then a final one there. And then it'll go out here. So I suppose we could have a stop there as well. And one here. And then it'll come back down. Can I really not build one there? Oh, that's incredibly annoying. Okay, we'll have to go there. And then we can come back down on this road. So one there. One there. One there. Don't have enough money, so I'm going to have to take out a loan. I'm going to make it a big loan. Same as I did in the last city. So I'm going to make it... Let's try 200,000 to start with. Because I might be able to afford the monorail with this as well. And we'll do it over 100 weeks. So it's 6,000 a week. But, I mean, that's quite a lot there. But over time, it should cancel itself out. So if I skip that one out, we want a stop there, and then we want a final stop. Let's build it. It's not really going to fit in there, is it? I don't think it's going to fit. I could put it there actually. How close is that to? That's far enough away. And it connects with the baseball stadium then as well. So okay, we've been a bit clever with that one. Just got to remember the route now. So it goes up there and then it goes underneath the freeway that way and then loops around and comes back. Okay. Let's plot that one out. Let's buy some buses first. We're going to go for average sized buses to start with. I like those ones, but they looked a bit like boats on the road. What are these ones like? They're bigger. Not got as good service quality. Those ones are good, 95% service quality, so let's buy these ones. We'll buy 15 of them to start with, for £18,000. Bit steep, but oh well. Again, because I'm creative, Cobalt line. In fact, no, let's start Capri, because Capri was a nice name, and we didn't use it very much. So we'll have the Capri line. And then we're going to timetable it, so it's the same as all the others, like so. Just thinking, actually, having the last bus of rush hour and the first bus of weekday so close together, because they're only half an hour apart, that might benefit us slightly more, because then you end up with like if you have any leftovers from rush hour, it'll come around and clean that up. So it benefits us, really, when you think about it. Right, so it stops there, then it stops up here, and then it dips outside and runs up here. Runs all the way up, picking up lots of passengers, stops there, and then it goes out onto the main road. That'll be where it's most likely to get caught in traffic, until it gets to here again, and then it starts coming back down this. I'm hoping these little roads will be quite quiet, because everyone will be using this main road here. Well, it's not actually a main road, it's a wider road, and they'll be using the outside road and then cutting across as and when. If it gets really bad, I'll be tempted to convert all of that into bus lane, but for now it's fine. We'll return it to base like that. We've just missed the first departure, which is slightly annoying. What does this guy want? Build one line to skyscraper. Yeah, I could do that. That might be coming up next, thinking about it. So yeah, that's off and running now. That bus line. These two should be unassigned, yep. Should I start renaming stops? I think I should. How are we going to do this? suppose we could do MCH TB1, and that's not TB as in tuberculosis, that's TB as in trolley bus. MCH TB2, MCH TB3, and MCH TB. Did I put a space in? Yes, I did. Didn't want to do that. 4. There we go. So that's those ones done. Now this is going to be MCHB2 because I selected the wrong one first. Oops. That's the one I wanted. Move that over. MCHB1. MCHB3. MCHB4. So they're all named and shamed now. And then we'll do the tram ones. MCHT1 and MCHT2. So arrivals are all odd departures are all odd numbers and arrivals are all even numbers, if I've got that right. What shall we build now? Shall I start looking at monorail, or shall I build the next trolley line? Where's the trolley line going to go? Looking at it, it could interact a lot with the existing one, and it can go down this way. Alternatively, because it loops up and comes out here, I could build that crescent shape in. Where would it go then? Didn't plan that one out too carefully either. This tram line is so bad, look, there's just no one getting on it. I failed with that one. I'm going to have to come up with a better idea for my next tram line. Definitely. I could always alter these slightly, although no, that won't really work either. Yeah, we'll come back to the trams. We'll worry about the trams some other time. Trolleys. I want to go in a straight line up to here, and then maybe I can link that up over here, and then have it run along. No, I want it to come into this part of the city again. So I think this is quite a profitable route. And there's certainly people waiting. Alternatively, I could start with monorail. I might start with monorail, because then that can connect to under there, Robin Road, and then we should have a full set, really, because Metro's just going to connect in the same way that monorail does, so that'll be sorted that way. And then we could have water bus maybe, although I don't really know where it would run. There's nowhere for water bus to run, because none of these areas are close enough to the water for it to make commercial sense. Let's try and build the monorail. I want to try and do it without destroying all of these supporting pillars for the freeway. So ideally, we want to select the track. We'll start it in this big gap here, because it gives me more freedom to move around in. I just want to keep placing this in the centre of the road and just keep following the curve. I really have got something stuck in my throat today. Right, this is basically it's a test piece, but it's going to become part of the main route, so I really want it to work. So we want another bit there, and another bit all the way up here, and I think we'll call that a test. Oh yeah, that runs through quite nicely. It does at this end. I think we lose a couple here, do we? Oh no, that runs quite nicely as well. In fact, that runs very nicely all the way through. That's very nice. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. And that is a very, very quick way of getting around the city now as well. So I'm going to build this section in as well. So it's almost seamless. You almost cannot see where the original piece was placed, which is perfect, because that's the idea. And it needs to follow the freeway very, very carefully at this point, so we don't lose any buildings. And once complete, this is going to be a very nice way to link up the city. Because normally, what I used to do, because I wasn't very good at building metro either, so I'd build a bus line that followed the freeway and then came off and had one stop pretty close to the freeway entrance and exit, and then it would go back on the freeway to the next junction and do the same thing there. Whereas now I can build a monorail line that runs exactly under the freeway like this, and I can connect it all up that way, and it makes life so much easier and slightly cheaper too. And the money coming in, monorail is a lot more economically viable than metro, so that's more worth doing. We've got a bit of a problem here with a slope, so we have to slope it up like that. I think we have to slope it up some more. Do we? Oh, the road's too long. Okay, that was the problem, was it? In that case, we'll lower all this way back down, and we'll have to build it in like that. I think we lose a few support posts. Well, no, actually, even that, I mean, that looks almost like downtown New York kind of thing. The way it just snakes its way through. That looks really, really good. We lose a couple of bits there where it goes around the corner a bit too sharp, and I think under here, in fact, no, even there, we go down to 1 on this side, 1 on the outside of the curve, but that is very, very smart and nice. I like that a lot. So let's continue building. We're on a roll now. I'm really enjoying building this monorail. I think you guys can tell. I like it when things work on games like this. I hate it when they don't work. So the tram line, I'd rather not speak of again, if that's okay with you guys. But this monorail line I am very, very fond of. We've got a bit of a tricky section coming up here, because what I'm going to have to do is lift the monorail out so that it rides on top of the freeway. It's a bit too steep. So we'll bring that out to there, and then we'll lift it up some more. That's not going to work, is it? Okay, we'll have to do it like that. But no, it has to come out on this bit, because this is the straight section. So, how high can I lift it here? To that level? And then keep it at this level? There you go. So put that little small bit in. And then just keep it going all the way around. Why is it saying it doesn't have enough space? Oh. So it actually needs to come higher. Well, that's annoying. So how much higher does it have to go? Pete's sake. Is that high enough? If I build it like that? That should be high enough. Oh yeah, that's plenty high enough. That's too high, if anything. But no, it's not. It's just about high enough. Okay. I hope there's another straight section soon, when it lowers down again, wide enough so I can put the track back down. Is that still... That's too high now, isn't it? So I can lower this back down a little bit. To about there. Okay, this bit's going to be harder because, yeah, I have to lift it up again by 1, by 2. I think we're going to lose a lot of support columns now. Or maybe not. No? No, we don't seem to have lost it. Oh, we've lost a few here, but that gets very narrow, so that's okay. But yeah, apart from that, bit of a weird dip shape there, which... meh, I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Okay. So this is going to be... this area of the city is going to be developed at a later date, but for now there's nothing here. It's just a barren wasteland, so... trains will be nipping through here at quite a few miles an hour.